It feels good to just pass the time with them. It feels good to just like keep seeing it through. It feels good for like, you know, to have a 3-month anniversary, to have a 6-month anniversary, to have a 1-year anniversary. It feels good. But again, it's not a good enough reason. We don't want good enough.
I saw him first. He's all mine. You can't have him. No, I saw him first. I saw him first. I saw him first. Now have several seats.
Hi everybody, hello, welcome back to my podcast. It's your host, Angie or Taiwo, whichever you know me as, I'll answer you. Welcome back, it's been a while. Oremaniyo. That was Korean, yeah, I was standing multilingual queen. Anyway, welcome back to my podcast. If you're not watching on YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Anyway, glad to be back again. I feel like I say this every single episode. Sorry. Life gets in the way, you guys. I'm a busy woman. I have things to do. And it's not the easiest. You can see my setup is different today. If you're watching on YouTube. If you're not watching, let me give myself a quick plug. Go to Her Dalton, HER-DULTING on YouTube, and you'll find this podcast with my beautiful face and my beautiful setup. Yeah, I just thought I would utilize my space in my room a bit more, and also because I am going to work. I'm dressed up quite formal. If you're watching, you can tell, and that's because it's early in the morning. It's about 8:20 something ish, and yeah, I've been putting this off for so long because I get back from work, I'm tired, or I'm working from home and I'm done and I'm tired. I go to gym, I eat ice cream, I chill on the couch with my sister, and the whole day is just gone. The whole day is gone, and I just can't find the time to record. So that's why my setup is different. That's why I don't have my mic, because the way I've been talking myself out of recording, just because I'm thinking of setting up the mic, it's just taking so long. So I took out the distraction. I took out the, the thing that's making me procrastinate. And it's just me and my phone right now recording this podcast. Without further ado, without me chit-chatting and chit-chatting on and on and on, let's get into today's topic. Okay, I have to say, one more thing I have to say. I like this setup. It's giving host vibe. It's giving TV host vibe, except solo. Be nice to have a co-host. I'm still looking, by the way. I don't know why I keep pointing this way. I could easily go this way, but I don't know. This looks like the more ideal expression to make. Anyway, let's get started. Right, as you can tell by the title, today I'm here to tell you to dump someone. Yes, dump somebody. That guy that's always making excuses about why I can't see you. Oh, I'm busy. I'm busy too. Am I not here? We make time for things that we're, passionate about. We make time for things that we find or deem important to us. So that guy that's making excuses, dump him. The one that's making you feel bad, dump him. The one that's not buying you nice things, dump him. Okay, maybe that's a stretch, but you get what I'm trying to say here. For starters, that's what I mean when I say dump someone today. Dump someone that you're not happy with. I made a TikTok about this and I put it on my reel, and actually did quite well on Instagram, and that's actually what inspired this episode. Because yeah, I mean, I've done it, you've done it, everyone's done it, where we have someone that we think is, maybe let's say 8 out of 10. No one's got everything we need, but we have someone that we think is near perfect, or we think is ideal, potential partner, and because we see them as having all this potential, we see them as ideal, we see them as this person that we've dreamed of, perhaps always dreamed of. Oh, they fit the quota, they're ticking off boxes, and because of that, we've made up our mind already that this is the person we want to be with too early on. And when they start acting up, we find it hard to let them go. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you the science behind it. And I'm going to tell you today to dump someone's ass, dump them now. I did this TikTok about don't wait till they piss you off. Don't wait till, you're fed up. Don't wait till 2 months down the line and keep giving them chances and chances and chances. Dump them now if you're pissed off now. In fact, I have a song about this. And that's how you know everyone's been through it. I wrote a song where the first 2 lines is, I'm known to give way too many chances, even when you don't deserve it. It's all my fault that you got bolder. That's literally what my lyrics say, because everyone's done it. We feel like, oh, I need just one more chance, or maybe they didn't mean to do it, or maybe they're going to be better later, or maybe this is a common one. Maybe, I don't have the right to ask for certain things yet because we're not, in a relationship yet. We're not official, or, it's too early on to maybe expect them to act. It's never too early to expect someone to act right. I don't know why I'm getting triggered, but that's what I'm just trying to say. It's never too early to expect someone to act right. And you're going to find that this podcast is all over the place because, like I said, I just jumped on camera, no planning. My TikTok inspired it, so if I'm all over the place, I apologize. But anyway, I said I'll tell you why, and I'm going to do that right now. Okay, it is 2 main reasons: the scarcity mindset and the progression bias. Now I'll start with the scarcity mindset. It's basically this idea that this person is 1 in a million, right? And the other people in the market, it's looking quite bleak right now in the market. There's not enough potential suitors. And for that reason, we try and hold on to this person even though they're not exactly it, but they're close to it, right? They're giving enough, just enough to hold them there, just enough to make them good. They're good enough, but they're not what we want. They're not perfect. No one is perfect, for starters, but they're not who we want, but we're trying to hold them to them in the hopes that they would be who we want them to be, or like they would change, or like, for now, because there's just not enough out there. Why am I throwing away something that's good to go back onto the streets with like the bottom barrel people? Okay, that sounds mean. That sounds so mean. I am someone's bottom barrel, so I don't feel bad about it. Someone's gonna look at me and say, no, she's not it. But, come on. Anyway, what I'm just trying to say is, because we think this kind of man is hard to come by, we have on some level put them on a pedestal, right? We think so highly of them. We think, oh, there's no way we can't find someone better than this. At least not right now. At least not right now. You look at the dating apps, you're swiping, you're just so discouraged because the people on there, again, it's just not given. It's not giving what it's supposed to give on the dating apps right now. So I get it, I completely understand. But if our intention is to find someone who's right for us in the long run, not just for now, not Mr. Right now, Mr. Right, in quote. If our intention is to find someone that's right for us in the long term, we can't hold on to Mr. Right now. We can't hold on to someone who's just good enough. We can't hold on to this guy that's, in some way, it's giving red flags, it's giving deal breaker, it's giving like, oh, ick, and we just can't let them go. Because of the scarcity mindset, because we feel like, oh, maybe I'm just being picky. No, you're not. Oh, maybe if I just wait a little longer, maybe I can just hold on to him while I try and find someone else. No, don't do it. That's not fair on him. That's not fair on you. Maybe it's fair on you because, you're getting your cake and eating it. But the point of that is to say, fuck the scarcity mindset. We all feel like we can't get better until we do. I'm going to tell you a story. I'm outing myself here because this is quite personal. But if anything, if there's anything that dating in the last 3 months has taught me, it's that you will find better It seems like it's scarce now, but somehow there's always someone better just like squeezing through. I'll again tell you a quick gossip about myself. I ended a relationship end of May, right? June, I took the whole time just to be myself, go to the gym, try and get fit, just try and get back on track. July, I got back on the apps, right? I was like, oh dear, here we go. Swipe, 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 swipe. Nothing's really tickling my fancy. And then I just swiped on this guy. Very mindlessly as I'm swiping. I mean, not that mindlessly, because I found things I liked about his profile. But I just didn't think much into it because, again, scarcity mindset. You're discouraged from the get-go, but you're just trying to have that little bit of, hope. It was a match, and somewhere along the line we started chatting, we went out, we did it for about 3 weeks consistent text every single day, date regularly, we were getting along. This guy's ticking boxes left, right and center. He is a solid 8 out of 10. Like, all my friends, I literally gushed about him, they all loved him. And then during the 4th week, it was starting to get a bit, I didn't like how he was going. It would make excuses about, well, I have a busy job. I have a big 4 job. We're known to be busy. I am a busy woman, right? But I gave him a benefit of a doubt, right? Everyone gets busy. Life gets in the way. 4th week goes away. 5th week now. Start of the 5th week, I went, right, come here. What's going on? I don't like it. So I don't just cut people off like that. I'm not saying just dump someone with no explanation whatsoever. Always approach things with a bit of a doubt in your head, just in case you were actually wrong about them, right? So again, give them a benefit of a doubt. I voiced out, I wasn't happy about the situation, expecting things to change. I was like, this inconsistency is not it for me. It's not cutting it. This is what I expect. Consistent dates, consistent text, consistent communication. That's what I want. And he was, oh, I'm so sorry. They always say that. Oh, I know, I've not been good. I'm so sorry. It's like, if you know you've not been good, well, what's the right thing to do? Do better, right? If you know you haven't been good, what is the solution? Do better, be good. But no. Same thing went on, inconsistency. And I remember this guy was going on holiday, and I remember telling my friends, oh, should I just let it go until he gets back from holiday? And I guess it's because of the whole planning of the holiday, maybe he's trying to see people. I was starting to make excuses for this guy because, again, he was giving me excuses, he was feeding me the bullshit, and I was pouring it right out to my friends. And then I was just chilling on my bed. I was like, I'm actually pissed off. Why am I trying to hide the fact that I'm pissed off? Why am I trying to play this like cool girl, persona? Like, why am I trying to have this cool girl persona and not act like I'm pissed off about how things have been? And I was just like, why? I think it's just the idea of, oh, it's too early on to, show my true colors. Quote unquote. It's too early on to, be upset about or be demanding someone's time like this. And I was like, no. You started off with this same level of consistency that I'm asking for. It's not like I'm asking for a Ferrari. I'm not asking you to fly me to Italy for pizza. I'm not asking you to take me to the sharerd. Like, I'm not asking for unreasonable things. I think that's where you draw the line. No, I'm asking to be treated right. I'm asking for consistency, and I'm asking for everything that I'm giving to you. So I was like, no, I'm actually mad. I'm actually pissed off. And I think you have to come to that conclusion yourself. And that's why I say, don't wait till you're mad. Don't wait till 2 months down the line. If you're pissed off now, dump them now. Dump them. Do it now. And that's exactly what I did. It wasn't easy. I'm not going to say I wasn't like hurt about it like 2-3 days afterwards. I was still missing them, because you do miss someone you've been talking to consistently for 3 weeks. You do miss someone that's been in your life consistently for 3 months. You do miss someone you've spoken to consistently for a while. You miss someone you've been in a relationship with for years. You miss someone that has been your best friend for ages. You miss them, but that shouldn't stop you from ending things with them. So yeah, I definitely went up to this guy, went up to him, gave him a text. I was like, dropped him a text. I'm done now. Done with the excuses. I'm turned off. That's exactly my words. I was like, I'm turned off now. I don't want to know you anymore. I don't want to get to know you. I'm out. deleted his number. Delete. And this is very important. Actually, I'm gonna make this a whole different video, how to get over a breakup or any breakup situation. Delete the number, delete call histories, because you know you can get the number back that way. So delete it. Delete any like correspondence with them, any sign or hint of them on your phone, anywhere you can get the number. Delete, unmatch everything. And that's the only way that you will be able to, you know, get your ass up and keep going. Get yourself a new man. Always works, right? So yeah, where was I? Broke up with that one end of July. Again, back on the apps, like, right, swipe. And when I say back on the apps, like, I've always been on the apps. Because if you know me, you know I always encourage multi-dating. But there's always that one. There's always that main man, right? So yeah, I broke up with the main man, still chatting to people in here, but I got back on the app, and guess what? A day or two later, new man. So I'm not saying that I've gotten man, but you get what I mean. There's a new main man. There's always more. I'm just trying to tell you, as much as it seems like there won't be more, this person seems to be the best you can possibly do. That's not true. There will always be more. In fact, I think I like this new, I know I like this new guy more than the old one. And that's just the way life goes. Like, honestly, there will be more. You would feel good again about this new guy, the same way you felt, oh, like, this guy's so great, oh, I like this one. You're gonna feel the same way about the next one. Oh, I like this one, oh, I like this one. That's human of us. The feelings are gonna be there again and again and again. Oh, I'm not gonna feel the same way. Oh, if I break up with him, oh, I've been together for 5 years. Oh, will I ever feel like this? Will I ever love like this again? You will. You will. You will, because that person is not a god. That person is, in hindsight, you will realize they really weren't even that great. Okay, they were great because you liked them. They were great because you were with them, and in that moment they were what you wanted. So I say that to say, fuck the scarcity mindset. Throw it away, because men are not scarce. Maybe they're hard, the good ones are hard to find, but there will always be more. And guess what? You only need one. You only need one main one. It's only one you want to end up in a relationship with, right? I mean, if you want a monogamous relationship. So don't think about how, you know, there's not enough in the market. You don't need all of them. You just need that one. Now, on to the second reason why we find it hard to dump someone. This is actually backed by science. It's because of the progression bias. And what that means is that we just have like an innate tendency to want to move things forward. We have this like completion bias, this progression bias. We always want to see things through. We want to see where it goes next. We always want to just go a bit further, like a step further, right, to explore things. And when you put that in the context of a relationship, you're more likely to accept mediocre just for the fun of it. just because you want to see where this is going, you want to see it through, you're in it now, so it's hard to get out of it, because like our innate inclination is just to keep pushing it forward. We want to push things forward. We want them to progress, and because of that, we can stay in situations that we're not completely happy about. We can be with people we're not completely satisfied with. We can be in unfulfilling relationships just because it feels good. It feels good to just pass the time with them. It feels good to just like keep seeing it through. It feels good for, like, you know, to have a 3-month anniversary, to have a 6-month anniversary, to have a 1-year anniversary. It feels good. But again, it's not a good enough reason. We don't want good enough, okay? What's that song? Don't want good enough, don't want good enough. I can't drink, can't sleep without your love. Na 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 na. It don't make sense to anybody else. Who cares if you all think about? I slept through the water and I know now. It ain't right if you ain't lost your mind. I don't want easy, I want crazy, yeah. Yeah, that's literally it. Do you really just want mediocre? Do you want to stay in something just because it's just, oh, it's comfortable, it's easy, but it's all right, it's not that bad? Yes, it is. You know it is. Our intuition tells us that it is. So what do you want to do? Get out now. Get out now. Dump someone today. Right? It's hard. It really is. There's a study that says that we're more likely to accept someone that likes us. So it's easier to say yes to someone that we like, obviously, than it is to say no to someone we don't like. And it's just quite, I find it very interesting. So like, even though you're turned off, the fact that they're there, the mere fact that they're there as a potential, we find it hard to push them away. We find it hard to say no to that. Why? Like, we don't even want them. The mere fact that they're standing right there as an option, we feel the need to take it. Otherwise, oh, we're wasting. No, you're not. If you feel like it's not right for you, if you feel like you're not into this as much as you should be, if you feel like something just doesn't feel right, let it go. Sometimes you can just feel it. Like, it just doesn't feel how it should feel. You know you can get better. You know you can do better. You know you can feel better. And yeah, that's really what you should hold on to. Hold on to that feeling of, this is not right for me. And let go of the scarcity mindset and the progression bias that forces you to basically keep going with someone that you just know there's no future with, right? There's another scientific study I'll tell you about right now. It says that people who are unhappy, a reason why people are unhappy in their relationships is that they haven't picked someone that they like. And it boils down to the point of how it's hard to say no to someone we don't like, right? So they've ended up being in a relationship, formed an attachment bond, an emotional bond to someone that they're not happy about from the start, but over time it's gotten hard to let them go. So they took them for the meantime, right? Again, back to the first point, scarcity mindset. They've taken that person in as a for now, right? But over time they formed an attachment to this person, and now they have a bond that's now hard to break. And now they're in unhappy relationships because time has just gone on, and now it's hard to end it. When we settle, because let's be honest, it is settling when you accept someone who's not up to your standard, just for the fun of it, just for not the purpose of not going back to square one or not having anyone, we would accept someone that's just okay for now, right? When we do that, the problem with that is because we build an attachment to them over time, we've accepted someone now that's, say, a 5 out of 10, right? And we just said, feeding back to the scarcity mindset, we've just said, oh, let's just accept them for now. The reason why that's a problem is because over time, the progression bias kicks in. We end up staying with this person for longer than we intended to because, again, we're comfortable and we've formed an attachment to them, and it's now harder to leave them. The reason why that's bad is because science actually says that over time, we will start to diminish and discredit our own standards and values, right? So when we stay with someone whose values don't match with ours, whose ambition doesn't match with ours, whose just life goals and standards, this person is not up to par. This person doesn't attain, the person doesn't reach that level, that bar that we have set for ourselves about who we want in a partner. This person hasn't reached it, but we've accepted them. And now we love them. And what happens? I'm kidding. What happens is we start to basically find that we've lowered our standards over time. And not only have we lowered our standards over time, we're happy to actually forgo those standards, and we don't see them as important anymore. This is fact that I'm telling you. It's science. Couples who have stayed together with someone that they will say as beginner, oh, it's not really their type, they now see that person as quote unquote their type. They've started to because it's formed an emotional bond with that person, they like that person more now. And now their type, quote unquote, doesn't seem as important anymore. Does that make sense? So if you stayed with someone that, for instance, didn't have a good job, you wanted financial stability, right? That's your standard. Now you've gone with someone who just doesn't have a stable income for whatever reason. And because we like them now, falling in love with them, we would actually start to devalue financial stability. We'll start to tell ourselves and everyone around us, oh, it's not even that important. Oh, who cares? I actually like the the anxiety of not knowing when my next income will come in. We start to appreciate this trait of our new partners and devalue our old standards. And that's a problem. That is a problem to me. That is scary. That is very scary. So I say this to say, dump someone today. Don't wait till they piss you up. Don't wait till 2 months down the line when you've wasted your time. Don't wait till you formed an emotional attachment to them and it gets harder. Don't wait till there's another man waiting. No, you don't have to wait until there's someone else there to dump someone. You can go back to square one. You can go back to the apps. You can go back to being lonely. It's okay. You won't die. And fifth, don't wait till you start to devalue your standards, because that's the one that's sticky one still. That's the one that, triggers me the most, because I'll be damned if I've worked really hard and, like a lot of people have worked really hard on themselves to be who they are, to be happy, to be fit, to be healthy, to be financially stable, to be all these good things that we admire, and other standards that we've set for ourselves and people that we want to be with. I'll be damned if any man will come into my life and try and make me devalue those things that I find important. No. And we're not above doing this. Like, everyone's falling for this. I've thought about times in my life when I've tried to sort of quote unquote change who I was or what I wanted to fit into the box of who this new person in my life was. And it's very easy to fall into, and you just have to take note of that and try not to do that in your next relationship. Right, so I'm assuming you've dumped someone right now, and I'm gonna go. I'll be back next week, hopefully, with a new episode. So yeah, please keep supporting me. Follow on Instagram at I Saw Him First Podcast. Subscribe on YouTube, her Dalton. I don't know why I always forget that. Her Dalton. And where else? Spotify. Subscribe on Spotify. Share on your story. Share with your friends. Tell someone, dump him now. Thank you for listening. Bye. I need to get to work now.